Hello, my Mahjong friends. Welcome to the Mahjong Class Clinic. In this clinic, I'm here to help you improve your Mahjong game. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or a seasoned player, you'll want to know more about picking a hand, rather a category. This information can improve your game when you consider all your options during setting up your hand and picking a category. Let's find out all about picking a hand. After the topic, we'll play on ilovemahj, where you can pick up the basics, tips, and strategies in every game played. Looking forward to you joining us. Before we get started, please subscribe. It shows how much you love and support the Mah Jongg Class Channel. Thank you for all the love and support and for watching these videos. Please don't forget to give thumbs up to indicate your approval or enthusiasm about this topic. Share with your friends, tell them all about the Mah Jongg Class Channel. Thank you for engaging and adding comments and sharing your thoughts. I love hearing from you. You can also share a thanks of appreciation by clicking on the 3 dots on the right below the video. This thanks helps support the content, costs, and engagement. You can also email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com for any questions you have or topics of interest you wish to share so that I can create a new video. Thank you again for all your love and support from one of your favorite YouTube creators. We have several shopping sites that have given us a code they've been generous enough to share to give us 10% off our shopping order. You can head on over to Oh My Mahjong or Mahjong Co. and use the discount code at checkout Mahj Class 10. That's MAHJCLASS 10, and place that in at checkout and let them know that I sent you, and you'll get 10% off your order. All That Mahj, My Fair Mahjong, Charleston Mahjong Club, Hip Hip Mahjong, and Bespoke Mahjong. Use the discount code Mahj Class. That's MAHJCLASS. You can head on over there and put that in at checkout to receive your discount of 10% off. This way they know that I sent you. Every time you use the code on your order, it shows your support of the Mah Jongg Class Channel. Don't forget to use the code Mahj Class. I am sure you'll find your fit with one of these unique sites with the common bond of Mahjong. Now let's get on with our topic and learn and grow as Mahjong players. This week, I'm putting into practice what we've discussed over the last few videos about picking a hand and narrowing down using our visual map. If you do not have a visual map, you could email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com and I'll send you one. In the presentation, we are using the Americana set by All That Mahj. We will also be playing on ilovemahj after with identifying hand selections and also a full game. We've been talking about picking a hand. In this case, I suggest at the category level. These are ways you can practice to become quicker at picking a hand selection. Let's take a look at that now as we use the Americana set by All That Mahj. We're discussing how to pick a category versus a hand and stay at the category level. This is a good practice exercise for yourself, but it's also thinking you're in a game. So let's pretend you just got your 13 tiles. So I'm just going to grab 13 random tiles. And today I'm using the Americana set by All That Mahj. I thought it would be fun to use with the upcoming holiday of Labor Day coming up. I've gathered my 13 tiles, and the first thing you're going to do is organize your tiles immediately, starting with any flowers just to the left. Then we already have some dots, so I'll put the dots together in ascending order. These are your cracks. And then we have a north, a white dragon, a joker, and a 4-bam. And I know some of you like to put your dragons and your winds on the left. That's perfectly fine, however you feel comfortable doing it. Essentially though, I would not put the dragons in with the suit because I want to run my eye across the numbers and see what kind of patterns we have going on. This will take 10 to 15 seconds and make sure everything's easy to see. I recommend starting with your tiles, not your card. Tile efficiency, look for the natural strengths in your hand, which is a pair, a true pair. And that would be the pair of threes. That is the strength of your hand. Keep in mind, when you have a pair, jokers can't make a pair, so you couldn't make a pair of fives with a joker. So having a pair is a good start to your hand. These are very important. Jokers can make a pung, a kong, a quint, or a sextet. So building off the pair is a great opportunity to build a hand. Now we're going to build around this pair, and this is where the visual card comes into play. I have not taken out my regular card. I'm always looking at my visual card. If you don't have one, please reach out to me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com and I'll be happy to send you one. The visual card is just a simpler card with what you need to collect for each category. Again, I'm not at the hand level, I'm at the category level. And what I would do is take these threes and ask myself, what category do they fit into? So I'll start on the left-hand side. They're not in 2026 nor in 2468. Yes, they would be in any like numbers, but with the additional tiles we have no other support for any like numbers. We only have one joker, and therefore I'm probably not going to play a quint. Consecutive run, I have 1, 2, 3. I am missing the gap of 4 all in one suit, but I have some other 4s I can hold on to, which would mean if I play consecutive run, I would get rid of the 7 and the 9. Consider 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I would have to keep the 1, 3, 5. And when you play that category, you're either playing high or low for the majority of the part. There are some hands that have the complete 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I could keep the 7, 9 and play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 with all of the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9s. Then maybe I am getting rid of the evens, which would be the 4 and the 2. Winds and Dragons, I could play my 3s in Winds and Dragons, but there's 3 lines I could play. I can play line number 2, which would be 1, 2, 3. I need the number 4, which I'm breaking up my pair, and I only have 1 wind. I'm not sure that's a strong category. The next one I could play with odds of pairs of 3s would be North and South. Again, only 3 tiles towards that. The other one would be line number 6, 1, 2, 3, again missing the 4, and I have a long way to go. Not sure Winds and Dragons the perfect section. The next section is 3, 6, 9. We only have the pair of 3s. We end 1, 9. That's not a strong section. You want to use the most of your tiles. In singles and pairs, I would not play that category specifically. I would look to see what hand corresponds to the chosen category that I will choose. So in review, we're not playing the first panel. We possibly could be playing consecutive run or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, Winds and Dragons, and we decided 3, 6, 9 is not the best one. I'm going to cross off Winds and Dragons, and now I'm down to consecutive run and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I think a good choice is to straddle between them, so I will keep all of consecutive run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with my 4s, and then I also am considering 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 because I have 1, 3, 5. We now have to make a decision what tiles to pass for the Charleston. And I'm going to stop at this point, but I am going to show you my 3 tiles that I would pass during the Charleston. I would immediately think about the winds. In consecutive run, if you look at your visual card, there are no wins in consecutive run, so I could get rid of my north. In 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, yes, I would use the north in that category. However, there is only one hand with north and south. So to begin the Charleston, I'm going to pass the 7, the 9, and the north. Is it a best pass? Not really, because 7, 9 are in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, but that is all I want to get rid of until I get my next 3 tiles to push me towards a category waiting for the next pair, which would either push me to consecutive run or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I urge you to do this process over and over. You don't have to take it through the Charleston. You're just looking at the beginning of the game, choosing which category to play so that you can better build your hand. What I would also suggest is once you have all 13 tiles for your chosen category, remember if we choose 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, you're going to keep every 1, 3, 5 because we're playing the lower end in any suit, as well as you're keeping your dragons and your flowers. When all 13 tiles are composed of those numbers, flowers, and dragons, you will now look at the card and find the preferred hands with an S, with overlapping possibilities so you can pivot if your key tiles disappear. This will give you tiles to also continue in the Charleston, or if you're at the stage of the game, to discard. We'll do this again. And as I said, keep repeating this until you feel comfortable with the visual card or have it in your mind, and also so that you're comfortable at the table making these decisions. And you're doing this multiple times, and in a minute we'll do it on ilovemahj. I can show you another way to do it, and then we'll play a game. Let's do this another 2 times so that we can see, and I'll walk you through again. So I'm going to dump these tiles and shuffle. I've shuffled the tiles. I'm going to grab 13 tiles once more. I'm just randomly grabbing tiles and placing them on my rack. I'm looking for 13 tiles. And the first step is to organize your tiles immediately. And again, I like to put the flowers on my left, and then whatever suit's presented, I will start with that suit. I put jokers on the right. Some people put them on the left. And I just go down the line and start putting them in order. We have bams, cracks. Oh, we got a bunch of 9s. Then we have our dots. We have a lot of cracks too. Now I know most of you would look at these cracks and say, oh, I want to play those cracks. But look at this grouping of a pung of 9s. This would be my focus. Again, organizing your tiles only takes about 10 to 15 seconds, and make sure everything is easy to see. Start with your tiles, not your card. Put that card away. You can take out your visual map. Look for natural strength of pairs. In this case, we have a pung of 9 bams. And I just want to show you real quick these beautiful 9 bams. They have ginger jars on them with the American flag on a table. It's really, really pretty. This set is beautiful. The artwork is stunning. So we're focusing on the pung of 9 bams. This is very important because the entire game you're trying to create pairs, pungs, kongs, quints, and sextets. And when you have a strength of 9 bams as a pung, that's where you're going to focus. Looking at your visual card, what section do those pungs fit into? I would identify 1 or 3 promising sections. So starting at the left, 2026, no. 2468, no. Like numbers, yes. Additional nines we would need, and any flowers, and a joker, obviously, but we have no dragons. So I'm not sure that's the best category, but we at least identified that we can play in any like numbers. The next one is quint. We only have one joker, so I'm going to pass on my quint. A consecutive run, we would need the numbers 7, 8, 9. We don't have that, so we're going to pass on consecutive run. We could look in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We have a 3, a 5, a 9, and a 5. That's a possibility, but we have a gap of the 7. We're missing the number 7. And again, in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, typically you're playing low odds or high odds. With nines, we would be playing high odds, which would be 5, 7, 9. Then you're looking at winds and dragons. We don't have any dragons nor winds, so we're skipping that category. Then I would look at 3, 6, 9. We have our nines. We have 3, 6, 9. In addition, we would keep our flower. That seems like a strong contender now. You can keep in mind any like numbers, but I think we'll work with 3, 6, 9. So all these other tiles will become your discards, and you're going to focus on 3, 6, 9. During the Charleston, use this joker as a placement of what I am discarding and what I am keeping. I will use the Charleston to gather tiles that are required for the category that's on the visual map. So in 3, 6, 9, you are to collect any 3, 6, 9, any dragon, any flowers, and if you should get news, you may collect only the word news. You don't need to collect all the wins. Again, this is where the visual map comes in handy. It tells you specifically what tiles you need to collect during the Charleston. During the Charleston, I will dump the tiles that don't fit in that section, and I will keep moving over my keepers until the 13 tiles have all 3, 6, 9s, winds of northeast, west, flowers, and dragons. Once you have all 13 tiles for your chosen category, you can now look at the National Mahjong League card and find the preferred hands with overlapping tile possibilities, so you can pivot if your key tile disappears. And once you choose your hands, then you can discard some more tiles and continue the game. Again, I'm not going through the Charleston. That will be next week, how to play the Charleston efficiently. So we'll just keep trying to pick a category here. I hear people say lots of times that this is their hardest part about picking a hand. And again, I'm not picking a hand, I'm staying at the category level. Let's do this one more time, and then we'll move on to ilovemahj and practice it on there. I shuffled the tiles, and now I'm picking 13 tiles again. Again, efficiently organize your tiles immediately, putting the dragons to the right and your jokers and your wins. Your wins will be put into news order. So N, E, W. Your dragons to the right. This is the green dragon, the red dragon. We don't have the white dragon. Your flowers will be put to the left. We have no flowers. And then organize your suits. This set, I love the big numbers. It's great to see the big numbers. Sometimes they're so small you can't see them. So we have our dots, bams, and cracks. And if you were confused on the styling, which I don't think you should be, the dots are circles, but they're blue. The bams are green numbers, which helps you. They're the flags. And then the cracks are the firecrackers. And that also holds true for the dragons. They have a red trim around the edge and a green trim. So that's the red dragon, the green dragon. And then Joker, of course, has Joker on it, and the winds are a compass. So now that we have our 13 tiles, we bring out our visual map, and start with your strength of your hand, which is your pairs. Well, lo and behold, this one has no pairs. It does have a pair of dragons. To 2026, we only have a 2. So we don't even have that. So we're not even going to work with 2026. Dragons are in every category. So it's not really a good starting point to pick a category. I would then look, what else do I have? Oh, I have a lot of nice winds. I might choose to play a winds hand. Look at my numbers. I do have 2 4s. They're not a pair, but they're 4s. Maybe we can play any like numbers. I just have to come up with 3 tiles that I don't need during the Charleston. So based on what I've talked about, and again, you can go around the card, look at, do you have 2026? No, we only have 1 2. Yes, we have some dragons, but no 6. 2 4 6 8. We have 2, oops, I should have this backwards here. We have 2 4, no 6, but we do have an 8 that has potential. But again, I think I'm leaning more towards my winds and dragons. Any like numbers, as I mentioned, the common number here is 4. They're not a pair, they're 2 separate 4s. We're not going to play a quint. We only have 1 joker. Consecutive run, we really don't have that. I mean, we have 7, 8, 9 in 3 different suits. It doesn't really work, as we would need more, and that's a long way to go. 1 3 5 7 9. We have 9s 7, only 2 tiles in that particular category for numbers. Winds and dragons we seem to be loaded with, and 3 6 9 we only have a 9. So again, when you have no pairs or multiples, look at each category and count how many tiles you have towards that category. Again, this will become second nature the more you do it. I don't even spend this much time with it. I would have already chosen my Winds and Dragons category because that's what I see. I'm just walking you through my process that I automatically do in my head. And again, it only takes 10 to 15 seconds and I'm off in the Charleston. So we will play the Winds and Dragons category, and I will keep the 4s in case we play an any like numbers hand, and it's also in the Winds and Dragons category. I push those off to the left. Those are my keepers, and then these will be my discards. Or in this case, we'll begin the Charleston. Now I could keep this too, and if you see how I placed my tiles, this is the order I will start discarding them, but my first pass in the Charleston would be these 3 tiles. Not the greatest, but that's what I have. I want to keep the 2 in case I do play in the Winds and Dragons section, and I do get the 1 and the 3 to play line number 2. I'm not looking at the card. I am familiar with the card, and I know that all the numbers I need to collect are 4 consecutive numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, or any 4 consecutive numbers, 2026, because that's what the visual card says. We'll begin the Charleston by passing these 3 tiles, as I mentioned, and once you have all 13 tiles for your chosen category, you will now look at the card and find preferred hands with overlapping possibilities so you can pivot if key tiles disappear. This will give you tiles to discard again once you find a couple of hands, and you will limit it to 1 or 2 hands. Now let's go on to ilovemahj, and I'll show you the same process playing on the computer. For another option, if you don't have tiles available or you don't want to pull out your set every day, I would suggest practicing on a daily basis your Charleston in the morning with your coffee, practicing how to organize your hand, how to pick a hand, rather a category, and then go into the Charleston. Week 1, I would just do this process and do it every day for a few minutes, do it 5 times, and then put it away. And you'll see you will get better at choosing a category prior to the Charleston. The following week, I would then do the Charleston efficiency and then learn that process. Build yourself and your skills and work through it, and ilovemahj is a great way to do that. So let's go on there and give that a try. We're going to switch over to ilovemahj and we're going to practice a unique way on how to pick a hand. For practicing, I would suggest to do this about 6 times in the morning or in the evening whenever you're playing to build up your skill on how to pick a hand. We're going to play game lunch. We're going to play with bots, and this time we're playing just for fun, and please make sure you enable the practice mode.
First Charleston.
One of the unique features about this is they have suggested hands. Now, I'm not suggesting that you play on this regularly for games. You're practicing the skill about picking a category on the onset of a deal. I think this is a very good tool to make sure that you're heading in the right direction. So as we discussed in our earlier video about sorting our tiles, we're going to sort them here. And the nice thing is that you don't have to do it by hand, but you're welcome to do that. You could just hit sort by suit and they automatically do it. Remember, the same process, you're going to organize your hands, put flowers first, then you have, I like the suits, this organize it by winds and dragons first, that's fine. And then you're going take you very long to have it by suit. This is 10 to 15 seconds. Do not open your card, take out your visual map. And again, the focus will be on your pairs. And this is a beautiful hand. We have pairs of 3s and pairs of 9s. We somewhat have a gap where if I kind of immediately thought 3, 6, 9 because I know 3s and 9s are in 3, 6, 9s. We have no 6s. So let's go around our visual map and decide where we can play these 3s and 9s. They do work together. Sometimes tiles don't work together, but 3s and 9s do work together. So starting on the left-hand side, 2026, obviously 3s and 9s are not in 2026. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 3s and 9s, so we aren't playing any like numbers. We have no jokers, so no quints. Consecutive run, 3 and 9 are way far apart to be able to play the middle numbers in between, so we're not playing consecutive run. We could play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so pull those tiles to the left. Keep them in suit order. And in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, don't forget you want to collect your dragons. So pull that to the left, as well as your flower. And then there is one hand of a north and south. So then you want to pull the east to the right because we don't need that. I think right at this point, personally, if I was playing, I would stop. And I have 3 tiles to start the Charleston, and that's all I need. Moving along though, just to mention, Winds and Dragons probably would not be a good category because we have 3s and 9s. You could play 3, 6, 9, but you're missing the gap of 6s. But that doesn't mean we can't shift there. We have 3s and 9s. If we pick some 6s, we can change categories. Now, how I want to use this program is now I've determined that I like the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 category. So I will now, after I've chosen my category that I'm going to collect to, click on Reveal Suggested Hands. Immediately they said the 3, 6, 9, which I have mentioned that you should use. However, there is that gap. Then they're also mentioning consecutive run. I want you just to look at the category level, not the individual hands, the category level. When you've chosen your category, it doesn't have to be there, but they're telling you your tiles are strongest towards these categories. And I did mention immediately right away 3, 6, 9. You can continue this, but you can stop and reload the program and try it again. Do I always agree with their hand suggestions? No, but they're telling you based on the tiles you currently have, your best category is 3, 6, 9 because they have 3 hands towards 3, 6, 9. And one specifically, you have 7 tiles towards it. So if you hit on the number 7, it will arrange your tiles and show you how many tiles you have towards it. And it also gives you the hand and it tells you what you're missing in the hand. It's a very good online platform in helping you build your skills. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to sort again. And I just wanted to show you we had in the end, we were getting rid of a 2, an 8, and an east. Now, if you wanted to go along and continue the game and do the Charleston, that's fine. They're telling you to keep the east, so then you'll have to come up with an additional tile to get rid of, and I might do the red dragon. So I would get rid of the red, the 2, and the 8, and I'm off and running. I would probably straddle 2 categories. I will straddle 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and the 3, 6, 9 category. So what I would do, and I don't think you could see the top of my screen, is I would hit that little arrow, that circular arrow, and reset this. So I'm hitting that, I'm reloading the page, and I'm starting a new game.
First Charleston.
Again, we're redoing it. We're doing another hand. I'm sorting by suit. I'm not opening my suggested hands yet. I'm looking at my tile and I'm going to go through the steps in order to pick a category. We have a no pairs. So when we have a no pairs hand, we have to determine how many tiles we have towards each section. 2026, we only have 1 6. We're not playing 2026. Yes, we have some winds and flowers, but only a 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have a 4 and a 6 and a 4. Not going to work. Any like numbers, we have some 1s. We have some 3s. And we have some 4s. You can decide which like number you would like to play, but we have either 1s, 3s, or 4s to play any like numbers. We do have some flowers for that category, and we would not need winds for any like numbers. Moving on, we are not going to play quint. We have no jokers, a consecutive run. I'm going to resort this so you can see. We have consecutive run of 3, 4, 5. So I would keep every 3, 4, 5. So if I was playing consecutive run, I would move them over and keep 3, 4, 5. And then the wins and the 1s and 1s and 6s would be my discards, or in this case, the Charleston. I'm going to sort again, and now I'm looking at 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So I'm going to keep the 1s, the 3s, the 5s, the 1s, and the 3s. Now, I know according to my visual map, I can also keep the winds of north and south only. So everything here would be part of my Charleston, and I would just collect the lower odds of 1, 3, 5. Any dragons, flowers, according to my visual map. Let's sort again. Looking at the winds and dragons section, I have a lot of winds. I have actually news. And I have a run of 3, 4, 5, so I could keep that. And I could get rid of the 1, the 6, the 3, and the 4 to begin the Charleston. Looking at 3, 6, 9, I have a 3, a 6, and no 9, but I do have news and some flowers. So I have a 3, a 6, and another 3. Flowers and winds, that is what it says to collect for that category. So based on that, I think we're either in odds, wins and dragons, or 369. Choosing a category is not wrong or right. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be in the general area. And again, let's reveal suggested hands. I'm just going to sort this again by suit. Let's see what they say to play. They are suggesting consecutive run or wins and dragons. This gives you another eye into a possible hand. On the right here, I see there are 7 tiles towards wins and dragons, which I had suggested. So we will pick number 7, and those are the tiles that we will keep everything for the wins and dragons section. Now I will also keep these flowers just in case I should switch hands, and everything to the right here will begin my Charleston. Again, this is just a suggestion. It's not always right because they haven't played the full game yet, and you have no idea what your opponents are going to play. And that's where during the Charleston, you might get a better feel. It's just leading you towards a category and suggesting where to work. You could choose consecutive run, but in my opinion, wins and dragons holds the strongest with 7 tiles, and that's your strength. You can hide this, and obviously you can go ahead and play this whole game just on the top left corner using the little spinning arrow to reload, and do this multiple times until you feel comfortable about picking a category.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit, look for the strength of your hands. Here we have a pair of 2s and 6s. And where can we use 2s and 6s? Immediately, I think 2026. You have the white dragon, which is perfect. And in 2026, according to your visual map, you're keeping any 2s and 6s. You're keeping any dragons and your wins. These would become your discards. Now, again, maybe you don't like that, and that's fine. Maybe you're like, oh, but look at all these odds. I want to play odds. Well, then when you start the Charleston, you're breaking up the 2s, the 6s, and you're discarding them here. Let's see what they suggest. And they're telling you 2026. Here you can look on the far right. I'm not looking at the hands. I'm just looking at the category. They're also saying 369 or 2468. Again, though, there are 3 hands they're suggesting for the 2026 category. I would play 2026. And again, keep all the tiles for 2026 according to your visual map, which are 2s, 6s, all the dragons, flowers, and the wins. And don't forget, 2026 also shows up in wins and dragons and in singles and pairs. So don't forget to look there when you're creating your hands. Let's try it again. I'm going to hide this and we're going to reload the game and do a new practice.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. Now we have a bunch of flowers, and flowers are in every category, so that's not my drive. But I do see we have a pair of 4s. So if you pull your 4s over, where can we use 4s? Go through your map of your card. 2026, no, 2468. Pull over all the 2468s and possibly see what you have for 2468. We have a big gap of 6s. Not a good thing. The problem is 6s are very popular this year and they're most desired. And if you're missing 6s, that's a problem. So maybe not the best. Any like numbers, if we're focusing on 4s, we have some more 4s. Oh, and look, we have a dragon and some flowers. That's possible. We have quints, no jokers. We're going to pass. We do have consecutive run for 5. I would collect all the low numbers. So I would do 1, 4, 2, 5, 4. 1 might be a little stretch, but I would collect all the low numbers. We have 3 to pass for the Charleston, and that's all that matters. I would keep the flowers and the dragons. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We would have a 1, a 7, a 5, and another 5 and a 9. So you could play that. But again, the strength of your hand is 4s. I wouldn't recommend playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 because 4s aren't in there. Winds and dragons, you would keep your 4s. Or you can play that range of numbers, but then you're breaking up your 4s. You would have to play 3, 4, 5, 6 or 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I don't think I would play Winds and Dragons. I don't have only but 1 dragon. And 3, 6, 9, my 4s do not fit in. So I would think either consecutive run or any like numbers would be the best category. Let's see, go to reveal suggested hands. And they have consecutive run is what I said. They also have that 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't agree because you're missing those gaps of 6s this year. And then they said any like numbers, what we also said. But if you look, the top 2 are consecutive run and any like numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, again, you can play it, but I don't know. You have that gap of the 6. I don't feel good about it. But anyway, you do have 3 flowers, and they're saying you would play a flower's hand is important to note. I would hide that, and again, if you would like to continue, you can start the Charleston. If you're going to do the Charleston and you've picked your category, and so let's say consecutive run, you're going to keep the numbers in the range, as I mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're collecting every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in every suit to be able to either play all one suit or a mixed suit hand. I think we'll do this one more time and then we'll get into a game.
First Charleston.
Again, sort by suit, look for your strength of your hand. We have a pair of 1s. And we have a pair of 2s. 1s and 2s would be in consecutive run. And as you get better about the card and using the visual map, you will automatically know that. If you wanted to go around, you could look 2026. You have a 6 and a 2. That's perfect. However, you have no white dragon and you don't have any additional tiles towards that category. So I don't think that's a strong category. For 2, 4, 6, 8, you have a 2. Let me just put these ones back. You have a 2, a 6, a 4, and an 8, and another 4. That's a nice category with the dragons. And again, you can decide to play 2, 4, 6, 8. It's just a way to look at the tiles. It just keeps practicing how to immediately pick a category rather than at the hand level. I'm not even looking at the card. I'm just looking at my visual map. And again, really, when you get better, you don't even need the visual map. It's all in your head. You have a visual in your head. As I did this, I pulled out all the evens to the left. I did see we have lots of 1s with the dragon, so there's a possibility of like numbers. The problem with like numbers is we have no flowers. I'm just going to sort by suit again. We're focusing on the 1s and 2s, which would be, again, consecutive run. So I would keep every 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, even up to 5 if I could. The problem is I only have 8 and 6 to discard, so I'm going to have to give away something else to start the Charleston and probably the 5. I would start with top down to get rid of tiles. So here are my 3 tiles that I would pass in the Charleston and probably play some sort of consecutive run. Again, you can choose to play 2, 4, 6, 8, but I would probably play a consecutive run and possibly consider even playing 1s of like numbers depending on what I pull during the Charleston. Let's see what they suggest. Again, focusing on where most of the hands are is consecutive run, which I had suggested. They also did say 2026, but I have a problem with that. If you don't have the white dragon, I'm not playing there. And as I mentioned, 2, 4, 6, 8, I personally would play consecutive run as I've mentioned. So use this as a tool to help you get better picking a category. Again, on your initial deal, sort your tiles. It takes 10-15 seconds. And then try to get better at picking a category. And when you pick your category, use your map. And during the Charleston, you're collecting every number for that category as well as what additional tiles I suggest during the map. That's typically flowers and dragons, and some hands require winds. If the category does not require winds, do not hold on to your winds unless, of course, you feel that nobody wants to play them. Then you're playing a winds category. You're changing your category. So just keep that in mind when playing. I would like to now go on and play a game. So now we're back to the main page on ilovemahj, and we're going to play Game Launch. And I'm going to play with bots, but this time I'm playing my official game. I'm not doing the practice mode, and I'm playing at the advanced level.
First Charleston.
I'm starting by suit, still using the same practice, but now I'm going to play a full game. Immediately I see 2 and 4 with 8s. Again, go around your map if you're not already familiar with it. 2026 is number 1. I have 2s but no 6s. 2, 4, 6, 8. As we mentioned, we have all of these, so I will hold all the 2, 4, 6, 8s. We have like numbers of 8s, but our strength is our pairs of 2s and 4s. Quints, we have no jokers, not going to play. Consecutive run, not happening. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, we just have 3, 5, 9. Winds and dragons, we just have 1 dragon and only 2 winds. And here's something to remember. East and west also fit into the 2, 4, 6, 8. 3, 6, 9, we just have 1, 3 and 1, 9. So our category is 2, 4, 6, 8 with the possibility of like numbers. So now we're on to the Charleston, 9, 5, and 3. And I know you all say I go super fast because what I'm doing is just holding all the 2, 4, 6, 8s, what my visual map says, holding all the dragons, holding flowers, and only holding east and west. Getting rid of, oh, we got our 6, that's a beauty, and here's another dragon. Now immediately, I have to go to the card and now make a decision because all 13 tiles are what you need to collect during the Charleston. And we're only on the first across. So pulling out your card now, you're going to probably look at a hand that's all one suit because we have 2, 4, 6, 8 and all one suit. But let's look at these dragons and these winds. Line number 3 for the win hand is all one suit with east and west. That looks like a good opportunity because here's the thing. We have our pair of 2s. We are missing our pair of 8s. Let's look at dragons. That's our next thing to look at. Line number 4. Are we going to play that? Probably not because line number 4 is 2s with the matching dragon and then 8s with the dragon. We have a long way to go. We want to use the most of our multiples, and that's 2 and 4. The other dragon hand is line number 6. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8, possibly with 8s and 8s. I don't think we're going to play that. I think I'm going to let go one of these dragons. Actually, both of these dragons. And not the best pass, but that's what I have. And if I didn't want to do this, I could pull back one of the dragons and get rid of this 8. I pulled a south, a 9, and a 5. That's not in 2, 4, 6, 8. I pulled a 6. I don't think we're going to use that, and I got the red back. I think we can continue and get rid of these 3 tiles.
Second Charleston.
And if you didn't want to pass this, pull back something and get rid of the other 8. Always give a quick look at your hand that you're passing and reassess. A north, a 7. We don't want 7s. And now I don't want to do maybe 2 7s. Maybe I'll do this 6. A 9, a 5, and an 8. We never pulled anything. And we're on the last right.
Courtesy pass.
Oh, we got that 8. We got our pair. That's lovely. We have 3 tiles to pass, so let's pick 3. And what do we get? A 6.7's back. So we're now into the game, and let's see how this plays out.
7 crack. 9
Right now,
bam.
I'm kind of really on one hand. I'm looking at line number 3. We won't need this flower. We're doing east and west. However, we could play line number 1. So we're looking at an all suit hand. Line number 1 we can play. Line number 3. Line number 5, I would need this flower. So position it so that's one of your last discards. And those are the 3 lines that we're playing right now. 1, 3, and 5. I'm not
7
calling
dot.
for anything, so you can go
7
pretty
crack.
fast. You want to be mindful though, however,
7 dot.
what
So
you get rid of. And I got rid of the 7 because I'm keeping the 6s maybe for joker bait, meaning if I get 1 6 out, somebody might
5
call
dot.
it, and then I
9
can
dot.
exchange if they have a joker up. We got an east. I'm holding it. Now I'm going to get rid of the 6.
6 dot. 4 crack.
Nothing. This hand is coming together. We only need 2 easts and 2 wests, and we need 3 4s. However, I don't have my 6s yet. There's still one more 4 out there. I'm going to let this pass just because I don't want to get stuck into a hand until I'm 100% sure it's the one I'm playing. Remember, I discussed line number 1, line number 3, and line number 5. Let's hold a second.
8 dot. 7
If the 4
bam.
comes up again, I will call it.
9 dot. Red. 4 bam. 1 bam. 3 bam.
And maybe we'll get a
6
joker.
crack.
Now there's our 6, so we can't call it.
Red. 7 bam.
Now we have our joker, we can call our 6. I feel more comfortable with this hand now.
6 dot. 7 bam. 1 crack. Soap. 9 crack. Soap.
And maybe somebody will put up flowers and we can get
1
a joker
dot.
exchange.
7 dot.
And now we have our pair of wests. So we have all our pairs, east and west, your 8s and 2s. And now we have to get the 4s and the 6s.
Red. 1 crack. 2 dot. 2 dot.
You don't need the south.
4 bam. South.
So now we're looking for 4 crack or 6 crack.
1 crack. 4 dot. Call. 6 crack.
There's our 6. Let's go ahead and call that for a pump.
Call.
And now
Flower,
we're 1 tile
call,
away with
north.
our 4 crack. And here's a joker opportunity if we should get a
North.
flower.
Joker swap.
Nope, somebody
north.
just took that opportunity.
1 bam. 8 crack. North. 1 dot.
So we need a 4 crack or a
5
joker.
bam. Call. 8 bam. East. 8 bam. 8 dot. 8 bam. 8 dot.
Nobody's
9
playing
dot.
those 8s.
5 dot. 8 bam. West.
We already have our pair of wests. We don't need
5
to do
crack.
that.
3 crack. 5 dot. 9 crack.
Great, if we get the 6 crack, we could do a joker exchange.
2 dot. 1 dot. 5 dot. 9 crack. South. Mah Jongg.
Oh, that's too bad. We were 1 away. That was a good hand, though. Congratulations to Amstead. He got consecutive run, 3 flowers, 1, 2, 3 with the matching dragons, line number 5. Nice. Look at the jokers he had. We were 1 away. Kurt played consecutive run, line number 5, which is 3 flowers, 3, 4, 5. 4s being a different suit. This is a knitted hand, and the 4 bams, so he needed green dragons. Annie was playing consecutive run, line number 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she had a bit of a ways to go. She needed all her 6s, and she had her 3s. She just needed to call for it. Somebody had our 4, and nobody did, so it was in the remaining tiles. And I'm sure there's a 4 here somewhere. It's all the way at the end, but there is a joker or 2, so maybe we could have gotten the jokers. Pretty happy with this hand, though. It's okay if you don't win. Sometimes you just have to be happy with your success, We were 1 tile away. That's a good game. Start your next game. Of course, it would be
First
better if we
Charleston.
won. Sort by suit. Look for the strengths of your hands. We have no pairs. So now we're going to go through our card using the visual map. Start with 2026. So we have a 2, a 6, and that is it. Yeah, we have no other numbers. I'm not going to play there. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 4, 8, 4, 6. In addition to 2, 4, 6, 8, those numbers, you can collect flowers, east and west, and dragons. That will only give us 2 tiles to pass. That's pretty good. You could stop right there or continue on and see what else you have. So I kind of like 2, 4, 6, 8. Any like numbers, you have a bunch of 4s you could play. We have 4s in every suit with the dragons. That's an opportunity there. Quince, I'm not going to play. No flowers. Consecutive run. We don't really have a consecutive run. We have a lot of gaps. We're missing a 3. We have 3, 4. I guess we could play 3, 4, 5, 6 if you wanted for consecutive run. I do think you had a lot more towards 2, 4, 6, 8 and tiles, but if you'd like consecutive run, play 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, missing the gap of 5. The odd tiles, you only have a 7 and a 3. Not happening. Winds and dragons, you have a bunch of dragons. I guess you could play 3, 4, 5, 6 with your dragons. That might be an opportunity if you like winds and dragons. 3, 6, 9, 3, a 6, no 9s. And so my thinking is I would either play 2, 4, 6, 8, consecutive run, or winds and dragons. Now, if you're going to play winds and dragons, you can probably play winds and dragons and consecutive run together. So let's do this 3, 4, 5, 6 with the dragons, with the wind, and maybe keep the 4s for like numbers. So I'm kind of straddling a bunch of categories. This is our first pass. I just have to come up with 3. I kind of gave up a 2, 4, 6, 8 because we just played that. So let's see what we get. We got 1s. We don't really want 1s, but I could keep the north. And I'm going to get rid of my 1s. So we need 3, 4, 5. I guess I'm going to get rid of the 4s. Let's see what happens with these winds. Oh, we got east. And we got a 2 if I would have kept that 1. So let's get rid of these. I'm going to get rid of the 6. Maybe the 1 will come back to us. To get that. Oh, we got another dragon. I'm going to continue to push myself along. I'm looking now at the card because once I continue, I only have 2 tiles. And now what do? I'm going to look. I don't have a lot of winds. I have more dragons. So maybe we can play line number 2. So I'm going to start getting rid of these winds. We pulled a 4 and we got a 1. Again, I'm getting rid of these winds. Now I have a pair. A 2, an 8, and a 4.
Courtesy pass.
And we don't need those. Those are for the Charleston, for the courtesy.
Flower.
And we got a west. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is line number 2. We don't need this 4. We have a bunch of dragons. Let's see if we can do line number 2. We're kind of putting ourselves into a line. Oh, flowers are going out fast. People don't want them.
7 crack. East.
You could keep the 4s in case you end up doing any like numbers.
4 bam.
And there
8
goes a
dot.
4. And there's a 2.
West. Red.
We could call the dragons, but then we're being stuck into that hand and we don't have any whites. I'm going to let it go.
4 dot.
You have no idea what hand you're playing and you don't want to commit. All the 4s just went
8
out.
bam. 4 dot.
There's a 4
2
dot.
bam. 2
There
crack.
goes the 2s. Nobody wants those 2s, so let's get
2
rid of our
bam.
2s.
1 crack. 7 dot. 1 dot. 2 bam.
I'm really not
2
calling
crack.
anything. I'm
1
just
crack.
seeing what picks
6
I
bam.
get. Another
East.
1.
2 dot. 3 crack. 3 bam. 1 crack.
There's
4
a 2
bam.
that nobody wants, so
9
we can get rid of
crack.
that
Call.
next.
3
2
crack.
9s over there.
2 bam.
We got a
So.
flower. There's the white.
9 dot. 9 dot.
Oh, we got the green. We got some flowers. 1 white went out. Do we still try this 1, 2, 3, 4 with the dragons?
5 crack. 7 crack. 4 bam. 8
All
dot.
the 4s are out. We can't really play 4s. We have 2, 4.
4 crack. 2 crack.
This is a consecutive run. Just take a peek at consecutive run. There is, look at the flower hands. We have line number 2. It would be 3 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have the 5, and we wouldn't use these dragons. Line number 5, 3 flowers, 2, 3, 4 with dragons, but we need the matching dragon, so maybe we can get the 3 crack. Or we could play 2, 3, 4 with dragons. Let's see what happens. Not calling yet. Still
9
letting
bam.
it play.
1 bam. 4 bam. 6 dot.
Got the 3. This is that line number 5 in consecutive run, the second hand, the knitted hand, where it'd be 2 flowers, 2, 3, 4. This changes suit. The dragons have to match. We are short a dragon. 1's already out, but we could use a joker here. I'm going to keep this 3 just in case we go back to the other hand. And I'm going to start getting rid of
7 crack.
We've switched now to consecutive run.
Flower.
We do need 3 flowers, so let's call for that.
Call. Green. West. 8 crack. Mah Jongg.
Oh, again, somebody else got it before us, which is great. But again, feel the confidence of how you built your hand. I really do like this. It's a good hand. We narrowed it down to 1 hand, possibly 2 because we could have switched back to the 3, and we were ready to call for our 4s. We did need the other 3 crack, and we needed a joker. Let's look at everybody's hand. Congratulations to Kurt. He run consecutive run line number 4, the Pung Pung Kong Kong hand, 6, 7, 8, 9. Winds and Dragons was Annie's playing line number 3, North and South with 5s. And here's some of our flowers and the White Dragon. Amsa was playing consecutive run line number 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 5 of a number. It has to be those numbers. He did have his pair of 5s and his pair of 7s. He was looking for some 6s. He had a bit of a ways because he had to get his 9s also. Not bad. Let's start our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. The strength of your hand is 3s and 8s. Now here's an example. 3 and 8 really doesn't work well together. So you are going to have to give up on something. The only hand that 3 and 8 work well together, there's 1 hand, and that is quint. We could possibly play that quint because we do have a lot of jokers. We don't have any dragons. I'm speaking of line number 3 in quint. So let's pick another category, but keep that in mind because that would be fun to go for. Let's sort again. Let's look at what we have. Start at the left hand of your visual map. Do we have 2026? No. Do we have 2, 4, 6, 8? We have 4 and 8, but no 2 and 6. Do we have like numbers? No. Quint, we mentioned yes. Consecutive run, we have 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. That's a possibility. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We could play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Winds and dragons, we have a wind and that's it. No dragons, so that's out. 3, 6, 9, we have no sixes. So where do we play? I'm really leaning towards that quint hand, line number 3, and I think I'll keep the run of 1, 3, 4, and maybe a 5. So that gives us the 7, the 9, and the west to get rid of. Let's see what we get in our first pass. You only have to come up with 3 tiles. We got a dragon, but it's matching. We need opposite. So we got a 9, but we got another 8. I'm going with the 8s and the 3s. Let's see what happens. I'm going to get rid of this dragon. We need another color. Oh, no, we got a 7. The 1, the 8. And I'm going to get rid of the 1. Maybe we could play line number 6, 7, 8 is consecutive with flowers. We have a long way to go. Oh, we got that green again. I wonder if there's multiple greens out there. Push yourself.
Second Charleston.
Let's do the south, the 4, and the 4. The 9, the 2, and the 3. The west, oh, opposite, the 1. And I guess I'm going to get rid of the 7. Let's try that quint hand. We could get rid of the green too.
Courtesy pass.
And now we got a 9. There was 7, 8, 9. That's a bummer. I'm going to push myself for that quint hand. Let's give it a fun go today. Let's do 3, the 8, the 9, and the north.
Flower.
Nothing. But we got a red, so we could do white or red.
4 crack. 5 dot.
We could just
Flower.
be playing a yucky hand right
North.
now.
Green.
There goes a green. We know people don't want that.
South. 2 crack. 8 crack.
If we
1
get an
bam.
8, we're calling for it.
1 dot. 1 bam. 9 bam.
There goes
South.
our 9 that we got rid of earlier. A 6. I'm going to get rid of the
6 bam. South.
And the only reason why I did that is I'm thinking 6, 7, 8 for consecutive if we have
8
to
crack.
switch.
Green.
There goes the green. I'll get rid
Green.
of the green.
1 bam. 2 bam. 9 dot.
A 2.
6 dot. Green. East. 9 dot.
It's fun to try. Oh, now we have 2, 3.
7 crack. 2 dot. North. Soap.
Oh, there goes a white. So I'm going to move this over so I know a white went out.
1 crack. 5 bam. 2 dot. West.
And remember, it doesn't have to be 3. This could be any number. So if I get a 2, I can change it to 2s and 8s. Let's get rid of this 8.
8 crack. 8 crack. 5 dot. Soap.
Another white. So maybe we're not playing white. Oh, now 2, 4, 6, 8's coming. Can get rid of this
So,
white because too many whites
7
went out
bam.
already.
Flower. 2 crack.
There's a red. That's what we're looking for. We're ready to call for that. We're ready to call for our 8s. We either need a 3 or a 2. I'm going to get rid of this flower.
Flower. 7 dot. Call. 7 crack.
7s across
1
the
dot.
way.
Flower. 8 bam.
There's our 8. Let's call for a quint.
Call. 6 bam. North. 6 dot. 1 dot. East. Call. 6 dot.
East
5
is over
bam.
here. So east and 7.
1 crack. 3 dot. Call. 2 crack.
3. 7 we don't need.
7 bam. 6 bam. 5 crack. 2 dot.
3.
3 crack. 1 crack. 9 dot. Joker swap, 7 crack.
7 we don't need.
7 crack, 2 bam.
Shall we call for our 2s? I'm going to pass.
5 dot.
We can call for the next 2 if it comes out.
2 dot.
A 6.
6 crack, 9 bam. 9 bam. North. 1 crack, 3 crack. 6 bam. 4 crack.
Oh, we got the E's.
Joker swap.
Lovely. Decisions, decisions. Maybe the 2s. That was 1 2 that went out. Did a 2 go out before? A 2 crack, a 2 dot, a 2 dot, 2 bams already went out, and then the other 2 bam went out. So maybe we'll keep the 3s, and I would like to keep the 3s for the mere fact that they could be playing 3s over here. So let's get rid of the 2.
3 bam.
And there it is. Let's call for a quint.
Call.
We
2
need
bam.
one more.
9
Maybe we
crack.
could do a joker's exchange with the 7 dot or the 3
Flower.
bam.
Joker swap,
Come
1
on, Red.
bam.
Let's get this quint.
9 crack, 1 dot. 3 crack. 3 crack.
No.
6 dot. 6 crack, Mah Jongg.
Oh, bummer. How about that hand? I'm pretty happy about that hand. That's fun. So sometimes when 2 pairs don't work together, look in the quint, especially we had 3 jokers. We never pulled more dragons, so that was a bummer. But that's okay. I'm pretty happy with my hand and proud of myself to have tried a quint. And the more you keep doing this, the better your brain starts developing the hands in your head, and picking a hand will become easier. Congratulations to Annie. She won consecutive run line number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good for her. Kurt was playing consecutive run line number 6. 3, a bunch of flowers, a sextet, and the number 4. He had a long way to go. That wasn't maybe the best hand to pick. Amstead was playing Winds and Dragons line number 4, which is east and west with 4s. Not too bad, 2 tiles away for him. He needed some jokers. Congratulations to Annie. Let's try one more game. Maybe we can do it. I was hoping for this quint. That was a nice hand. Sort by suit. Look at your strengths of your hands, which is 3s. You cannot use 3s. Look at your visual map in 2026, 2, 4, 6, 8. We have a bunch of 3s for like numbers. Here's a bunch of 3s. If you're playing like numbers, you're going to keep your dragons. And don't forget, like numbers also shows up in Winds and Dragons, and it would be north and south. These would be garbage. So that's an opportunity to play like numbers. Quint, we have just 1 joker, not the best choice. Look for consecutive run. We have 1 gap of 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 we could play. There's also odds of 1, 3, 3, 5. That's kind of nice. I like that odds. And then you also have 7, 9 if you wanted to hold on to it. As I mentioned in Winds and Dragons, I would hold on to the 3s with the dragons and the winds. And then 3, 6, 9, we have 3, 3, 9, 3, 6. So really, you have a lot of opportunities here. Again, you're not wrong for choosing any category that we've mentioned. Would not choose 2, 4, 6, 8 or 2026. Although we do have 2 and 6, but we don't have that white dragon, which is key for me. I think it would be fun to play maybe 1, 3, 5, and then this way you're keeping all your 3s. So let's get rid of, we can get rid of the 6 and the 9 and the 2. So 2, 9, and 7. I'll hold the dragon as well as the north, because line number 3 is north and south with 1, 3, 5. Here we go. Keeping every 1, 3, 5, and 3. Now that's a west. We don't need that. A 9 and a 6. North and south. Now we have to come up with one more. Oh, I missed this. It's a 1, 3. So I think we'll give up on the winds because that's all one suit and we have 3 different suits. So let's get rid of the north and south. Terrible pass, but it's what we have and sometimes you have to do it. And we can have continue because we have the 9, the 7, and the 4. 7, 8, 9. Looking for 1s and 3s. A 1, a 4, and an 8. So let's look at the card. We're playing low odds, so not line number 1. Line number 2, we have 1, 3, 3, 5. So it could be 1, 3, 3, 5. So we wouldn't need the red. Line number 3 we gave up on because we don't have the north and the south. Line number 4 is a whole run of one suit, which we don't have with matching numbers and kongs. Line number 5, we have no flowers, so we're not using this dragon. I think that's our choice right there. But I wanted to point out line number 6, it's 1, 3, 1, 3, and we need the 5. Maybe we can get a different 5 because I like this 1, 3. Let's see what happens.
Courtesy pass.
And we have 3 to pass, a 2, a green, and a 6.
Flower.
And that's it. The only other thing we might have done is forego the 1, 3, 5 and play all 3s, and then we should have kept all those dragons. But I'm going to play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 category.
8 dot. Soap. 6 bam. Soap.
If the dragons start coming in, maybe I'll start holding them
bam.
just in case we want to switch to 3s.
5 crack. 2 dot.
There goes a 5.
7
There's
bam.
a dragon.
4 crack. Green. 8 dot.
There's our 1.
9 crack. Soap.
Okay, 3 white are out, so if we were going to play a hand with 3s with dragon, it's probably not going to happen.
7 dot. 9 bam. 7 bam. 7 crack. 4 bam.
So it might be 1,
7
3,
bam.
3, 5.
Green. 8 crack.
Okay,
West.
happy about that.
1 bam.
There's also the 1, 3. We need 2 flowers, which is line number 8, which is concealed. I don't think we're going to play that. Do we want to just play the simple hand of 1, 3, 3, 5? And call for this one. This is the first one. I'm going to let it go and I'll call for the next one.
5
if it comes out. I want to strengthen my hand a little bit to make sure which hand I'm actually playing. And there goes the 3. So I have to call for that on the next one.
1 dot.
There goes the 1. Okay, it's kind of coming together now. I'm going to get rid of the
south
red. And probably most likely get rid of these. And now I'm ready to call for everything. I don't have to think about it too much. There's a south. Oh, now they give us the 5. And that would look like this. 1, 3, 5. I do think 1, 5 went out. 2 5s went out. We're not playing that hand. Too many 5s are out. So you do have to pay attention to what's been discarded based what tiles you're going to keep.
5 crack. 5 bam. 4 crack. 3 bam.
There's our 3. Let's call for the pung. We're playing the simple hand of pung pung kong kong.
1 crack. 1 crack. 2 dot. 2 crack. 1 dot. 1 crack. 2 crack. 6 crack. Call. 4 bam.
6s across the way.
8 bam. 9 crack. 7 dot.
I have a feeling I might need this 3.
Call.
I can go ahead
4
and get rid
bam.
of that next.
3 crack. Call. Flower.
Yes. Flower. So
1
need
crack.
a flower. Nope, we'll get rid of that next.
Flower. Flower. 2 dot.
Nobody's playing flowers.
2 bam. 9 crack. 7 dot. 1 dot. Joker swap, 2 bam.
I'm going to get rid of this 9.
9 dot. Mah Jongg.
And I just gave it a Mahjong. I was hoping I could get rid of it before they needed it. They played 3, 6, 6, 9. So not a good day today for us. We did not win, but however, on the flip side, look at the positive. We had some really great hands, and I'm very proud of all the hand selections I did choose. It's just sometimes you can't win. Somebody just gets there before you. Annie won 3, 6, 9, the Pung Pung Kong hand, and I kind of knew that she was playing that, and I got rid of the 9 in the hopes that she wasn't ready yet. I know she had the 3 and 6 up, but she needed a Kong of 9s, and I wanted to get rid of it sooner than later. I didn't want to have that as my last tile to get rid of, but she got it before me, so congratulations, Annie. Kurt was playing Winds and Dragons. That was quite obvious. He had some wins up. He needed 2 tiles for the win. Amsip was playing Consecutive Run, line number 2, 3 flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the same suit, 1 and 5, and he was quite a bit of ways to go. He maybe should have changed. He had all those 4s, so he could have played 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Who knows? It's all about how the tiles come, but I stayed patient and made sure that I was confident in the hand that I was playing before I called. And yes, I could have called for the 1s, but maybe we would have played a different hand. You don't know, because that shifts the tiles. So I was ready to call for everything because I had every grouping and there was no thought process. If a 1 came out, I was calling. A 3 came out, and a 5, I was calling. Let's look at the leaderboard. And Annie was the big winner today. She got 40 points. Amstead won 1 and Kurt won 1. And I did not win any, but got some really nice hands. And I guess I threw tiles. I know this last game I threw a tile. I guess I missed one at the previous of the other 3 games. I'm not sure which one it was. But today's goal was not about watching the board. I was not watching the board. I was trying to teach you how to build a hand. Obviously, watching the board is part of the game, but I wasn't paying that close attention to everybody's hand. That's a whole nother class about reading the table. I want to thank you for being here. And don't forget to go on to ilovemahj and play. Use the code CB. Practice building a hand, sorting your tiles, picking a category, using that visual map. Email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com and I'll send you that map. It's just a simple little thing I made up so that you're not overwhelmed by the card. And then next week, we will start looking what to do during the Charleston and passing. And we did a little bit of that today. And just building your hand up and then start calling for groupings. Thank you again for being here. Go to ilovemahj, put in the code CB. You get 3 weeks trial. Typically, you only get 2. They offered a 3-week. You can scan the QR code or hit the link below. And also, please consider becoming a Mah Jongg Class Channel member. I thank you those who already have joined. I appreciate your generosity. This is leveling up your Mahjong and appreciating the channel. You can go to the home screen and click join. Also on the home screen, you can click the magnifying glass and look for a topic of interest. If you don't find it, email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com and I'll make a video just for you to share with others. Thank you again for being here. Have a great week. Start learning a skill 1 week at a time. Practice it in the morning just for a few minutes. Go on and play on ilovemahj or have your tiles out and practice. Anything you want to get better at, you have to practice, and just by playing once a week isn't going to help. I don't know if I told you I was learning bridge. I'm getting better at bridge. I do practice every morning. I do a couple of bridge hands, and I'm getting better. So keep trying if that's what you want to be good at. And if not, maybe there's another game or craft that you can practice, whether that's knitting, crocheting. Just find some hobbies that bring you pleasure. And I thank you again for being here. Have a great week, everybody. See you in the next one where we're talking about the Charleston. Bye-bye.